Chelsea 2, Tottenham 2, but there have been so many talking points in this game. Last pre-season friendly before the season starts next week. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, man. I love making match reviews. I really do. I love to sit after a game, literally straight after the game, record exactly what I think, and today's one is going to be great. Welcome to Chat and Breeze. I've got 6 points for you guys that I took away from the game, and we're going to cover it from head to toes. Chelsea got a draw 2-2 against Tottenham. But the game was not one that the result mattered. The game was actually very good when Chelsea's first team was on the pitch. To the point where I think Chelsea might potentially be able to compete for the league. With the signing of Romelu Lukaku and Jules Koundé imminent. By the way, I'm making a video on that tomorrow. So make sure tomorrow you are here. It will be out at 6 p.m. UK time. That's the only plug I'm going to do today. I'm going to release that video. It's going to be a build-up of everything. Apparently, Lukaku's asked to leave. Jules Koundé deal could be in jeopardy because Zuma doesn't want to leave. But rumors have it that Koundé deal happens regardless whether Zuma leaves or not. So that's all for tomorrow. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to make sure that you're staying active. And more importantly, hit that like button, alright? Target is 500 likes for this video. So without further ado, let's move on into what we took away from this game. I think the lineup said a lot. Lineup said a lot to me about who's going to play against Villarreal next year. I think this is the lineup. And maybe even Trevor Chalobah. I think that might be the only change. Maybe Azpilicueta coming in or Thiago Silva coming in that position. Maybe a Reece James. But otherwise, I think this is what we're going to go with. I think Hakim Ziyech has earned his right to start. I think at the wing-back position, Callum Hudson-Odoi did nothing wrong today. And Kai Havertz and Timo Werner, yeah, they're going to be starting. So it was exciting how dominant we were in the first half, how imposing we were. We actually emasculated like Spurs' team. We literally humiliated. They couldn't get a hold of the ball. We bullied them in midfield. And more importantly, Kante was looking like the second coming of N'Golo Kante. It's like N'Golo Kante in that Conte season was reincarnated and he was back. Like, we was fantastic. So let's get into the 6 things I took away from this game. Today's one, it's 6 that I took away. Number 1, Hakim Ziyech is, if this is what we're going to see, something special. Look, we all know Hakim Ziyech is not my favorite cup of tea because I don't trust him to consistently turn up. But to say that he's not talented is beyond stupid because the man is super talented. He has got a magic wand of a left foot and he can do what he did today. For me, it wasn't even the goals. But the first goal, N'Golo Kante pinches the ball. Ziyech runs and I'm like, lay it off to Werner. Nah, he's going to take the shot. And he took a beautiful shot. Keeper had no chance, bottom right-hand corner from outside the box around 25 yards out. Then, if you look at the second goal, once again in transition, Alonso flicks it to him, angles tight, beautiful low shot, 2-0, Chelsea should have saw the game out. For me, it was the dropping into the deep pockets, picking up the ball and spraying the passes. With Timo Werner's willing run and Kai Havertz's knack to find space, Hakim is super dangerous because defenses just concentrate on him. So, what did Chelsea do? He drops in deep, voila, spray. And this is going to be a great tool to have. The competition in that position is fierce. If you look at it, Mason Mount comes in. He's going to most probably be competing with one of them to take the spot. Romelu Lukaku, when he comes in, he's going to be starting, right? There's no way you sign Romelu and he doesn't start. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. When there's positives, there is negatives. And number 2, I'm not going to be actually very negative. I think Timo Werner had a decent game today, but his finishing needs to improve. Look, he offers so much in off the ball movement. That first goal does not happen without his movement. Him making that run attracts the defender because the defender knows if I don't go with him, he's going to have a one-on-one. Ziyech is going to slide him in, feed him, let him eat. Like, literally say, feed the family, bruh. That's what it will be like. But, and this is the big but, this guy needs to improve his finishing. There was a snapshot in the second half where the ball drops to him. I'm like, big man, take the strike properly. Didn't score. Numerous occasions where he's miskicking the ball. The connection's off. I don't understand why. Is that a confident? Like, he's a very good player. We all know Timo Werner's a very good player, but he needs to take these chances or he's not going to be playing. Like, because with Lukaku coming in, Havertz, Mount and Ziyech ahead of him, is he really going to be 5th choice? Like, it's worrying. And he seems like a player that confidence will impact him. So if his confidence goes down, I'm worried about like the player that we're going to be getting on the pitch. Point number 3, and this is the best one of the lot, because for me the playing styles are absolutely impeccable. And when I say impeccable, I mean we look drilled, but at the same time we look efficient and effective. And that is such a good mix to get, you know, because if you look at it, Ziyech consistently hangs out, right? Or Ziyech, as a lot of you call him. He hangs out. Hudson gets around the corner, passes it back to him. Ziyech takes a touch, open curler, always on. Player makes the front post run, player makes the back post run, and all of a sudden there's 3 alternatives. You got the in swinger from the left wing back making the run in. All of a sudden we look dangerous, and it's the combination plays that are promising. You see Werner making the run, Ziyech going into the pockets. Next thing you know, he pulls off Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi gives it to Havertz, and there's little triangles all over the place. Then you have in the midfield, partnerships are building. It just looks promising, guys. Honestly, I know we drew this game, and I know a lot of people want to be negative about today. I've got a lot of positives to take away, man. I'm very excited. I'm absolutely gassed. I'm not going to lie to you. Point number 4, our midfield is absolutely amazing. Like, if you actually think about it, no, Bakayoko is not part of that midfield that I'm talking about. We'll talk about him at the end, by the way. Yes, N'Golo Kante, Mateo Kovacic, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and Jorginho, those are the 4 I would go with into the season, unless we sign someone else. They look absolutely perfect. Like, the combination, the competition, the assets that we have in that midfield, for me, it works, man. It's something that we're going to be missing, and I think we can compete with anyone in the world when it comes to a midfield battle. Like, if we think about it, N'Golo Kante, one of the best midfielders in the world. Jorginho, one of the best midfielders in the world. Kovacic, one of the best bench players in the world. Like, he's coming off the bench. If that's a player coming off the bench for you, you're doing very well. Ruben Loftus-Cheek possesses skill sets that a lot of teams would actually want to have in their team. Good driver of the ball, good at congesting space, and more importantly, a presence in midfield. He can get into a tackle, can crunch in. For me, this has got the making of a title-winning midfield. Like, I'm not saying we're going to win a title, but the midfield's not going to be our issue. Not in my... Point number 5, and this one's actually very, very interesting for me if you think about it. The right wing-back position is essentially right winger, like, if you think about it, because you have got Callum Hudson-Odoi hogging that touch. You've got Christian Pulisic hogging that touchline. Neither one of them had a great game today, but neither one of them had a poor game today. So that's important to bear in mind and important to consider. Like, if we think about it now, right? Callum is going to be competing for the long run with Christian. And both players need to be putting good performances to keep the other one out of the team. So this is going to be a long, hard season for the two of them. And I think due to the congestion of games, both are going to get good, ample amounts of starts. Unless Reece James comes in and takes a spot. So I'm very excited to see what's going on here. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen here. But they're going to be eaten. That's what I could say. Like, they're going to be eaten with Romelu Lukaku in the middle, and Kai Havertz, and Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Mason Mount in the middle. They'll be finishing chances, hopefully. So assist numbers should be going up for Callum and Pugh. Finally, point number 6. A lot of players were given one last remontada, if you think about it, right? Trevor Chalobah looked fantastic. Like, when you actually sit down and you think about people getting numerous opportunities, Trevor Chalobah is one of those that he deserved another chance. Like, he's been so good, he's undroppable. Like, part of me thinks he should be starting in the Super Cup. Like, the final against Villarreal, he should be starting. That's how good this player's been. He's a phenomenal young player. He's one that I would loan only because I want him to get consistent game time. I don't want him sitting on the bench. But then if you start looking at it in more detail, and this is where I start thinking about it, right? You had Tino Anjorin come in. He has to go on loan. He has to go and play because he looked so promising, so dangerous. And then you have Malang Sarr and Bakayoko, right? I don't mean to be harsh, but neither one of them is Chelsea quality. Like, people get angry when I say that, but they're not Chelsea quality. Bakayoko looked like he was on a trial. Like, Bakayoko absolutely looked like he was on trial. He looked like a player that knew, listen, I ain't gonna be here for a long time. Like, why am I even out here? That was his body language. I don't understand, like, how he got onto that pitch today. And then Malang Sarr as well. He's just too rash. Like, he's raw. He's not developed yet into the centre-half that he potentially could become one day. For me, he's not better than Trevor Chalobah, and a lot of people aren't gonna accept that, right? He's not better than Trevor Chalobah. I can't have that. So sell him, loan him, whatever you want. I don't want him in and around the squad whatsoever. Like, he needs to move on. But guys, this was the Kavkas View. Like I promised you guys, tomorrow there's going to be a big, massive video. Romelu Lukaku, Koundé, and most probably there'll be more rumours or transfers that are happening, the development of the story. I'm going to be posting on a regular basis now. Like, August is when I'm most busiest on this channel. So stay tuned. Let's get into it. Peace out. I'm out. Bye.